It's hot outside, but you want to look cool. James Bond looks cool, especially in this short sleeve button up. So you buy a short sleeve button up. But the end result is
disappointing.
The waist is too baggy, the sleeves are too wide, and you just don't look near as cool as James Bond. Don't worry gents, Thomas with Real Men Real Style here. I'm going to show you how to make a short sleeve button up look amazing. You can do all this from home. Here's what you're going to need to get started. A sewing machine, thread that closely matches your fabric, sewing pins, safety pins, a fabric pencil or chalk, a seam ripper, scissors, and an iron. Step number 1, measure and pin. There are 2 ways we can get the right measurements for how much fabric we need to take in. The first and easiest method is to take a perfect fitting shirt you already own and use it as a template. Turn your shirt inside out, button it up, and lay it on a flat surface. Now take your perfect fitting shirt and lay it on top. Line up the shoulders and the top edge of the sleeves. Now take your fabric pencil and trace a line along the edge of the template shirt, going from the bottom of the hem all the way to the armpit. If you're only slimming the waist, then you need to taper the line gradually into the armpit. If you cut in sharply, you will create a nasty looking dimple. If you're slimming both the body and the sleeves, then you can just continue the line through the armpit without tapering. If you're only slimming the sleeves, then taper from the bottom of the sleeve into the armpit. Put in sewing pins so the fabric stays in place. Make sure you have the pins oriented in the direction you'll be sewing, so they can be easily removed as you go. Remember that the bulk of the fabric will go on the left side of the sewing machine. So what do you do if you don't have the perfect fitting shirt to use as a template? In that case, you'll need to figure out the measurements for yourself. Turn the shirt inside out and put it on. It's tricky to do, but you'll need to fasten the buttons. Pinch the fabric at your sides until it fits as snugly as you want. Then secure it in place with a safety pin. Continue to do this from the bottom of the hem up to the armpit. You want it to fit close, but the front buttons should not be pulling open. If they are, then it is too tight. Now we'll do the same with the sleeves, pinching the fabric until it fits as closely as you'd like. Then use a safety pin to hold it in place. Make sure you've taken an equal amount from both sides, then take off the shirt and lay it down flat. Trace a line along the safety pins with your fabric pencil, then replace the safety pins with sewing pins. Step number 2, let's sew. Install your matching thread and prepare your bobbin. Let's do this. You'll be sewing with a straight stitch. Go with a 2.5mm stitch length. Lay down your first few stitches, then make a couple of back stitches. This locks in the thread and prevents the stitch from coming undone. Carefully stitch down the line you drew with your fabric pencil, removing the pins as you go. Be sure to sew in a straight, even line. You don't want to zigzag back and forth. Once you reach the end, finish off with a couple more back stitches. Repeat the process on the other side and you are set. Enjoying the video gents? Be sure to hit that like button and let me know down in the comments what you would like to see us tailor next. Now, try on the shirt to see if you're happy with the fit. If it's still too loose, just repeat the process again, making it a little bit tighter. But if it turned out too tight, you're going to take your thread ripper, open up the seam, and start over. If you're happy with the fit, then we're ready to move on to the next step. Step number 3, clean up. Take your scissors and trim off the excess fabric inside the shirt, leaving 1/4 inch of seam allowance. We don't want the fabric to fray, so use a zigzag or an overlock stitch to create a clean, finished edge. Now take your clothing iron and set it to the correct temperature for your fabric. Press the seam flat against the inside of the shirt so you'll have a nice, smooth drape. Now you look like a James Bond badass instead of a sad dad at a barbecue. So now your short sleeve button up looks amazing, but what do you do if you can't find t-shirts that fit you properly? Not to worry, in this video right here gents, I'm going to show you how to easily tailor your t-shirts so they look awesome.